I'm Chris Story, and this is Alaska Real Estate. Today, your president, Michael Draghi, and Sarah Wiggers with Alaska USA Title Agency. Plus, how much business do you deserve? All right, but first, we've got to start with this. It's the number one joke in the UK. A woman gets on a bus with her baby. Bus driver says, "That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." Ugh. The woman goes to the rear of the bus and sits down, fuming. She says to the man next to her, "Oh, the bus driver just insulted me." The man says, "You go right up there and you tell him off. Go ahead. I'll hold your monkey for you." That's worth repeating. That is definitely worth repeating. Alaska Housing Finance Corporation brings you your President's Report. From low-interest mortgages, energy assistance, and rebates, Alaska Housing is your partner in real estate all around Alaska. Be sure to encourage your buyers to take the home choice classes, a wealth of knowledge. Plus, they save money. Thank you, Alaska Housing. Online, ahsc.us, and for more information on the Energy Rebate Program, akrebate.com. Alaska Housing Finance Corporation. Now please welcome the 2013 President of the Alaska Association of Realtors, Michael Draghi.
It's amazing that this year has gone as fast as it has. I mean, it seems like we were just in Girdwood, and I was just getting installed as the president of the association, and now we're 3/4 of the way through the year. It is amazing how fast the time flies. The association, we continue to do really good things, including pushing forward with legislative priorities, both nationally, locally, and then statewide. We're making good progress there. RPAC continues to do really well, and we continue to be the nation's leading RPAC organization. And we got state convention coming up, which is going to be very exciting. It's in Anchorage this year, the 17th through the 21st. And this is the first time since I've been in the real estate industry that it's been held in Anchorage. So it's hosted by the Matsu board, but we're having it in Anchorage at the Captain Cook Hotel, and that's going to be a lot of fun. There's all kinds of neat things going on there. Elizabeth Mendenhall from the National Association of Realtors is up. The president of CRS has come as one of our keynote speakers. And then we've got the president-elect of the National Association of Realtors that will be there. All kinds of unique features like a fashion show that's happening on Thursday the 19th, a pub crawl, which has been organized by some really fun people. And that'll be fun. We've got a YPN event, the Young Professionals Network event, and we've got some great sponsors for that, including Spinell Homes. So there's lots of fun coming up. I guess the state convention is probably a highlight of what's going to be happening to the balance of the year.
What advice would you say give Patty Cohen going forward, or any future president, as far as leading the organization?
I think the first thing is strap in and hold on. There's a lot of things that the president of the association is involved in, and certainly when you set the theme for your presidency, it kind of drives a lot of the agenda. But we've got a lot of changing legislation that a lot of our members, they passively know about it, but they're not actively engaged in it. There's a lot of key legislation that people have read about in the newsletters and may see on the national news that's going to affect the real estate industry. And realtors and non-realtors alike, bankers, title companies, all of those are affected by a lot of the pending legislation. And, she is very well versed in what's going on politically. She's very energetic, and I would just say, just prepare to move the organization forward in a very proactive way, which is who Patty is. It's what she does.
Absolutely. Are you bullish on the Alaska real estate market?
Well, the real estate market is strong. There are certainly parts of the state that aren't as strong as others, but you can look at some bright spots. I think that the Realtor organization was very instrumental in pushing the Alaska state legislature to make a change in the tax structure to the oil companies. And we didn't give them a process, and we didn't tell them what we needed them to do. We just told them that obviously the system that's in place is hindering economic growth. And so it was important to us to push for that change. That change has happened. And if, in fact, it sticks through this election cycle, I think that we're going to see a lot more economic growth and development. And I'll give you an example of the Kenai Peninsula. Cook Inlet, in terms of oil and gas, is always set outside of that tax structure. They were exempted from the framework of ACES. And what you see down there is oil and gas activity that is rapidly growing and will ramp up significantly in the next 24 months. Having just purchased Freedom Realty in Soldotna and Kenai, I see it directly in my business because my people are very, very busy down there, and a lot of it is oil driven. And recently there was a comment made by one of the heads of Peak Oilfield Services that what you've seen in the last 12 months is just the beginning. In the next 24 months, you'll see a very rapid uptick in oil and gas activity. So that being 80% of the revenue of the state in terms of the state government, or more in some cases, we feel like that will drive a lot of economic activity in the state, specifically on the Kenai Peninsula and in the Matanuska Valley. We're seeing prices steadily increasing in the Anchorage area, and not out of control, just good, steady pace. We see markets like Palmer that are growing like a weed because it's the next closest commute location to Anchorage. And as we run out of land in Anchorage, people will obviously be pushing north. Eagle River's very strong market because of the effects of the military moving in and moving out. So we have a lot of bright spots, and I think that as long as we continue to manage our economy properly and have a good balance between state revenue and economic development opportunities for the chief driver of our economy being oil, I think we'll do fine.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Wiggers and I'm an escrow officer with Alaska USA Title Agency in Anchorage. I hope all of you are having a good day so far. I just wanted to take a few moments of your time and talk to you about the upcoming 2013 Alaska Association of Realtors Convention. It will be held in Anchorage this year from the 17th of September to the 21st. Alaska USA Title Agency will be sponsoring the keynote speaker Jackie Leavenworth on the 18th and the Friday night wine tasting on the 20th. There will be a lot of great activities, and I look forward to seeing you there.
How much business do you deserve? It was a hot summer day, the kind of day that makes a popsicle taste sweeter than anything on earth, and a gentle breeze more welcome than a pile of gifts on your birthday. We were having a family picnic in my grandparents' backyard. Grandpa had freshly mowed the 2 acres of pristine Kentucky bluegrass. Under the tent of that cloudless blue sky, I can still remember the taste of that fresh-cut watermelon. Large half-moon slices touching either side of my face, practically wrapping around my head from ear to ear like the guard of a football helmet a place kicker would wear. Oh, the tangy, sweet juice rolling down my chin and finding its final resting place on my white T-shirt. As I went back for another slice, perhaps my 4th or 5th, my mom pulled me aside and said, "You don't need any more. Let the others have a chance." I don't need any more? I thought, but I want more. This notion of needing and wanting brings to mind something that the great business philosopher Jim Rohn said about needs. You don't get what you need. You get what you deserve. To say it another way, you don't get the business you need or want. You get the business you deserve. Let's put it plainly. You get the business you earn. Each of us needs all the business we can get. We need every sale and listing that we can obtain or close. We only get those we deserve or earn. When I understood this, it was like a flashback to that sunny day overlooking the Kachemak Bay in Homer, Alaska, on that perfectly manicured lawn with the panoramic view of the Kenai Mountain Range all the way out to the Cook Inlet. As you reflect on your career in sales, recall the saying that says, "Provide more in use value than you take in cash value." And if you do, then you, year by year, will deserve more and more business. You really do deserve all the business you earn. Well, that's it for this edition of Alaska Real Estate. Sandy Aaronman is your executive producer. For all of us here at Alaska Real Estate Podcast, I'm Chris Story, wishing you health, wealth, and prosperity.